Roger Mudfossil University today talking about aging, which is one of the things that is top on my list at this particular time of my life. What is it saying? Dementia and Alzheimer's leading cause of death in England and Wales. Well, then they go on to say aging population and better diagnosis have led to heart disease being knocked off the top spot for the first time. No, it isn't. It's not the reason. It's because of medical treatments that have put people in the condition that their bodies cannot absorb things. This is the truth. The statisticians said an aging population, better diagnosis, and lifestyle and treatment advances with respect to other illnesses were among the factors that had pushed dementia to the top of the list. And those treatments are antibiotics that kill the bacteria that harvest things in your body. Let's look at that. All right, here it is right here. Autism spectrum disorders in eating disorder populations. They all have problems with their eating. And it's just right down here. Results showed significantly raised prevalence rates of autism spectrum disorder in eating disorder populations compared with healthy people. Now, I'm going to tell you one thing right now. Your body can demand that you eat certain things. And I can say that with absolute certainty. And why can I say that with certainty? Because pregnant women become absolutely possessed by eating clay, actually dirt and clay, white clay they call it. So I'm still talking to Jody about this. And I says, yeah, they eat this stuff. She said, well, I was pregnant. I never ate clay. I said, well, you probably had plenty of nutrition. Your body did not demand it. And so then she tells me that she used to drink a bottle of kaopectate. I'm sorry, kaopectate, which is kaolin clay and pectins. Every week she used to drink one when she was pregnant. So your body can demand, and you don't even know it's demanding it. All right, so my point is that you're missing things, and that's what's causing these people to have these dietary disorders, and then they have digestive disorders and bad stools, and then the urinary tract gets all screwed up. It's a chronic disease of bacteria primarily in my world. Now, I could be wrong. But I see so much evidence to support the words I'm saying. Let's look at it a little more. Okay, I would recommend you look this up. Stomach and liver disorders, conditions, and treatments. Now, this is about your stomach and the liver. Now, it's quite a long read, but it talks a lot about kids, age 5. Little kids and how they react, newborns, things that you should look up if you have kids. Bowel movements, the frequency. Most children should have a bowel movement 1 to 2 times a day. Many children go at least every other day. There's all kinds of issues here that you can pick up on if you start to look and think, and don't run away from this stuff. Diarrhea, acute, these things have very serious consequences, and they're not, I don't think, that hard to overcome. I mean, it's diarrhea, it's chronic infections, bacteria, irritable bowel. It's your gut. Look at this. Read this. Look at this. It's all your gut, and if you don't get that under control, you are sick. All right, I don't know how much more I can go through this. There's nothing. This is not rocket science here. This is obviously the problem with people's health issues. A lot of them. I'm not saying it's 100%, but I mean, everything here is related to gut issues. Every single thing that you just saw is from stomach and liver disorders. And when they say stomach, I say digestive system. Liver is just an innocent bystander in this. It happens to get whacked because of its toxic involvement in the body. It's all involved with toxins. You can't deal with those toxins. Your liver's going to explode. I mean, I don't know what else to say. Now, here's another issue here. Lupus. All of your autoimmune diseases, Parkinson's, all this, lupus affects the gastrointestinal system. Autoimmune disease affect almost any part of the body, most often the joints, skin, kidneys, heart, lungs, blood, whatever it is. Lupus can also affect the gastrointestinal system. No, the gastrointestinal system causes the lupus in my world. The GI system is gastrointestinal system is your body's pathway taking in, processing, disposing of everything you eat and drink. Yes. Everything you swallow goes from your mouth to your throat. Yes. Through your stomach to your intestines. Yes. And then to your colon, ending at your urinary tract or rectum. Absolutely. Oh, man. Muscle contractions control swallowing and bowel movement. People with lupus may experience problems in any of these areas. They have no microbiota. All of these liver, pancreas, bile ducts, gallbladder is infecting them. Obviously, they're going to react. Esophageal disorders. And, it's the bacteria in every part of your digestive system, and your lips are part of your digestive system. It's just so obvious. I can't even, it just boggles my mind that I even have to talk about this. It absolutely does. So, what is this? We got diarrhea and Alzheimer's disease. Well, guess what? You get way down to the bottom, and they talk about malabsorption syndrome. This happens when your body doesn't take in enough nutrients through your intestines. And then they talk about lactose intolerance, celiac disease, inflammatory bowel disease, all these different things, irritable bowel syndrome, medications that upset your gastrointestinal tract. Absolutely. Now, bear in mind, my claim, my assertion, is that the bacteria in your body is so critical, because what does it do? Just think about what the bacteria does. You think, oh, it's just living there doing nothing, it's just laying around there. Well, it is. It's just enjoying its life, eating the things that you digest and that pass by it. And their output is what we can use, because you can't use that. You put that in your stomach and you are not going to get a whole lot out of that. Now, if you took this and you ground that up into its littlest, tiniest components, even though that is a rock, you would receive some benefit from that in your digestive system. The minerals, the vitamins, all the different things that are in there that are not accessible to you unless a bacteria breaks it down. The acids in your stomach do helpful, your teeth chew it all up, all that stuff. But the bacteria is the thing that does the job. Now, what is malabsorption syndrome? Well, obviously, you're not absorbing the stuff. You eat it, you say, oh, I'm eating all this good stuff. It doesn't go in your body. Why? Why? Why do you get diarrhea and bloating and digestive orders and digestive system, all kinds of problems? Why has that happened to you? Lactose intolerance, celiac, gluten problems, immune system attacking your body, in your digestive system. Why? Chronic kidney disease, gastrointestinal disorders. Gastrointestinal symptoms, including all these different things. Nausea, vomiting, gastrointestinal hemorrhages, peptic ulcer, bleeding the lower gastrointestinal tract, inflammatory bowel disease. These are the things that cause disease in your life in general. Now, it depends on where you are invaded and what the bacteria you are missing that cannot create the products you need to keep these things from attacking you. It's the bacteria. And it's gastrointestinal. That is where these things live. And it's just not a coincidence. All right, I'm not going to go deep into this, but this is mouse microbiota models comparing germ-free mice antibiotic treatments. What they did was they can raise mice with no bugs in them whatsoever, but it's a lot of money and it's very, very difficult. Or they can nuke the hell out of them with antibiotics. So what happens to these mice? after they are nuked. And that is what all of this stuff goes over. But once you destroy the germs and really the they call it the biome, the gut biome, and that is a living organism. That is a dynamic community, a functioning system of actual living creatures that cooperate and do the job to take care of you inside your body. They keep things from invading you. They break down the things that come into you so that you can use them in their tiniest form. Because that is bacteria eating that stuff. Well, what do you think bacteria, when it eats something, the bacteria poop is about the size that we can use, and that is it. You cannot put big chunks of things in your body and expect any nutrition from them. And now over the past decades, there's a dramatic increase in scientific popular interest in effects of intestinal microbiota. Yes, and now I am being contacted people that are doing this and understanding the things that I'm talking about and want to help. And it goes down from this into these different secretory secretions of in the mucosal homeostasis. Homeostasis means consistently, don't go up and down and bouncing here and bouncing there. Slime it up. That's it. Case closed. But when you go in and kill the bacteria that either create the slime or they play a very, very, very important role in it. That's a little bit of tricky because there's some things they call goblets or globlets or something like that they claim are the producers of the mucose. And I say that it's a symbiotic type of relationship between the mucus and these nodules and these critters. They work together. That's all. And once you lose this ability to secrete all these things, you're a target for invasion. That's what these things look for. These other pathogens and toxins that your body has to eliminate. You're eliminating things that are coming out of your bile ducts and salts and acids and coming out of your stomach at like acid that burn right through you. I mean, this is a very, very, very dynamic system. And it's not been taken that way. They think they can throw a little of this in there, all right, that'll fix you up. No, it won't. Absolutely not. Not at all. And then you go into allergic reactions. I mean, just everything is related to gut health. I mean, I'm just going to leave it at this. Intestinal infection triggers Parkinson's disease. And it is because of these treatments that every time you go into a hospital, they're going to give you something that's going to kill something in you. Even when you go in to get a colonoscopy, those preps mess up your digestive system. I'm telling you right now, because I've taken them and they have messed up mine. So don't tell me that doesn't do that. When you disrupt that microbiota and you flush it out and say, oh, no, all you guys get out of here, or I'm going to kill everything in there, what do you think is going to happen? And I know that they say, oh, well, we tell people about just take probiotics. I never was told a whole lot about it. Maybe I did and I didn't listen. But this is so important. This is really, they say they're going to help you, and then they give you all these things. And I'm telling you right now, that is not helping you. It may fix one little thing, but then from then on, your life is a chronic medical disaster. Gut bacteria have outsized influence. In other words, your bacteria in your gut covers everything in your whole body. Everything. This is where you produce the goods that your body needs to make you healthy. Anyway.